participants, thank you for coming out this evening. I'd like to introduce to you Darryl Murkison.
All right, thank you very much, Gail. We'd like to thank everybody for coming out this evening, participating in exercising their right to see who's the best candidate for them. All these candidates are here this evening for you folks. They are servants, they are public servants, and they realize that, so your vote does count, and what you think does count. So they're here to make their appeal, why they should be the next school committee person, the next city councilor, or the next councilor at large, as well as your mayor. So we're trying to provide a forum this evening in which you can make a very intelligent and informed decision about the candidates you're about to hear this evening. Before we start, just quickly some ground rules here, and a little bit about the format. We're going to start in the beginning. We're going to have what we call a candidate's appeal. We're going to start with the school committee. They're going to have 1 minute and 30 seconds. We've added 30 seconds to that. All right? That does not mean you have to take the entire minute and 30 seconds, but that's what you have in which to make your appeal to the constituency this evening. After 1 minute, timekeeper Damon Harrison will let you know.
Actually, for them, it'll be 1 minute and 15 seconds. You'll see this, 15 seconds remaining. And then when you go past that, you will hear this. And I've been practicing. All right? Okay, so please stick to your time. Thank you.
Okay, that same format pretty much will be for the second portion, again, of our debate and candidates tonight. We're going to move on when we have the mayoral candidates here. They are going to have exactly a minute and a half to respond to a question with a 45-minute rebuttal. And the timekeeper will give them those same indicators to let them know. 45 seconds, excuse me. Sorry about that. That'll be the second portion. The third portion will be the audience participation, which your questions you may or may not have had a chance to voice. This is your forum in which to do that. But the only stipulation with that would be if we choose a question from the box that's already been covered, because we're going to cover a number of different topics this evening, or we deem that question inappropriate, we will not ask that question. So we expect people to use some decorum and be respectful, and we'll be able to move forward. The last portion of this debate will be moderated by Mr. Damon Harrison, and the two mayoral candidates will have an opportunity to pose 2 questions to one another, all right? So we're gonna have the school committee first for the appeal. We're gonna have our main portion where the African American Leadership Council are gonna pose our questions, and the middle portion with the audience, and the final portion will be the mayoral candidates posing questions to one another. Okay, that being said, at this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Pamela Burton, Saving Our Souls Foundation. She is going to bring forth school committee candidates to make their appeal.
Hi everybody, welcome. Glad to see you guys tonight. So we're going to start with the school committee. And the first person we have is Lorraine Gately. Lorraine
is very short. I'd like to thank Darryl Murkison and the African American Leadership Council for inviting me so you can get to know me. Some of you were my former students, so you already know. I've been working for Lynn Public Schools for 33 and a half years. I have sat in the classroom for 180 days for each of those 33 and a half years. I care about the citizens in Lynn. I care about the students. I went to school, Lynn Public Schools. I taught in Lynn Public Schools. My son went to Lynn Public Schools from kindergarten till he graduated from high school just in June, and now he's in college, and he wants to be an elementary school teacher. Education is in my blood. I care about education. I care about the conditions of our schools and what our students deserve. And they deserve a lot more than what we have given them. We're working on the right road, but we have to add more. So it's going to take time. I don't think that we're going to have a new Marshall and a new Pickering in the 2 years that I'm a school committee member. But you bet your sweet Bippy that I will definitely work on it and keep it going until we have what I think is Gately's world. And that is a world where everybody, and I mean the superintendent all the way down to the student, have respect for one another and care about one another and show that concern. Thank you. Oh, one thing. Gately.
And the next school committee person we have will be Charlie Gallo.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Charlie Gallo. I'm a first-term member of the Lynn School Committee. I'm here tonight to ask you for a second term. Now, I first ran for the school committee because of how important education is to me. I'm a fourth-generation Lynn resident. I was the first in my family to go to college. After college, I went to law school at night and immediately went back into the classroom, started teaching at North Shore Community College, which I still do now. Over the last term on the school committee, we've made a lot of progress, and I've been honored to work with a lot of our community members, our unions, our nonprofits, our businesses, individuals to help benefit the schools as a whole. We worked on grant funding, we worked on student safety programs at the elementary level, we worked on career development at the high school level. We've also put in night programs for Lynners of all ages. I've been working hard for the Lynn schools, and I'm here tonight to ask you for a chance, 2 more years, to work harder. And thank you. Again, Charlie Gallo, I'm number 4 on the ballot, and I respectfully ask for one of your 6 votes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gallo. Very good stuff. So just to say that you guys, there's 6 school committee positions available, correct? Awesome. And the next person we have is Rick Starbard.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to speak before you tonight. My name is Rick Starbard. I'm currently seeking my 3rd term as a member of the Lynn School Committee. I'm a graduate of Lynn Schools. I've been a small business owner for the past 30 years, and I also spent about half of those 30 years as a full-time teacher at Lynn Tech. My wife is a paraprofessional in the Lynn school system. Both of my kids attended the Lynn schools. One just graduated college, another one's currently in college. Since being elected, I've worked tirelessly with parents and the community organizations. I've always been an advocate for Lynn youth as a parent, as a teacher, as an employer, and as a member of the school committee. I serve as president of the board of directors of LISOA, the Lynn Youth Street Outreach Advocacy. I serve on the Lynn Tech Advisory Board as well as the board of directors of the Lynn Tech Alumni Association. I participate in and sponsor countless endeavors that promote positive experiences for Lynn youth. I think that my business experience, being a parent of recent LPS graduates, and being the only candidate with technical education experience allows me the unique perspective to the Lynn School, allows me to bring a unique perspective to the Lynn School Committee. A perspective that I hope to continue to share with you all if I am reelected. I ask for one of your 6 votes, number 1 on the ballot. Thank you.
Next we have School Committee Donna Capola.
Thank you. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight to give us this opportunity. My name is Donna Capola, and I'm married to Harry, who's in the back row, and he sat on the school committee and was a Ward 7 City Council for years. I'm the parent of 4 children that have all graduated from Lynn Classical High School and the grandparent to 3. I worked for AT&T for 23 years, and at the age of 40, I retired from there and chose to go to college. I graduated from North Shore Community College and UMass Boston. I became a case manager for a teen parent program at a daycare center here, where I still work. The first time I decided to run was in 1999, and did get elected for starting in the year 2000. And my reason was my own children were in the Lynn Public School System, and I used to go to school committee meetings, and I was not happy with what I saw. Children were not put first, and it was a disappointment to me. I was also the parent of 19 foster kids over the years, and 3 of them I did adopt. It was disappointing, and I tried to talk other people into running, and I just decided one day that I would run and sit at the table. Every time I take papers out each 2 years, I say, and I apologize. I gotta put on my glasses. So next we have John Ford. Mr. Ford.
Hi, thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is John Ford. I'm a candidate for re-election to the Lynn School Committee. I'm a lifelong West Lynner. Been married 47 years. I've got 4 daughters, 2 graduates of Lynn Classical, 2 graduates of Lynn Tech. 2 of them are teachers, one at Pickering and one at Tracy. I've got 2 other daughters that are studying to be teachers, so I'm very involved in education, and I have been very involved in the community. I'm on the board of directors of Building Bridges Through Music, Community That Cares, the Shannon Committee, and I'm also on the Cerebral Palsy Early Education Committee. I have been over the past 3 years working for the new Marshall School. I'm chairman of Building and Grounds. I've been meeting in Boston with the SBA, and as things are going right now, we're going to start breaking ground. We should have a brand new Marshall School by September of 2016. We had Treasurer Grossman in last Tuesday at Pickering School. We're looking to get a new Pickering School. But hopefully right behind that will be a Tracy and a Corbett. We've gone 20 years without any new schools in the system, and right now we have a real classroom crunch. There are literally no places to put these kids. The classrooms are too big. We need new space. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ford. Now, I ran into a problem because, Maria, I think that you are running for school committee, correct?
Yes.
Okay, your name's not on here. Anybody else over there that's running and their name didn't get on here?
Resigned.
Okay, come on.
These guys resigned.
Then sign this one.
Resigned somewhere. My life away, my candidacy.
What's your name?
Patricia Capano.
Oh, here's Patricia Capano.
Thank you. There's important things that I would like to get in a minute is why I ran 16 years ago, and I'm so proud to say the citizens of Lynn have voted me in for 8 terms, and I asked for a 9th term. I ran because I have 3 sons. My oldest son is a 2008 graduate of Lynn Classical High School, and he went through a special ed program from 3 years old to the 22-year-old program. He had a beautiful transition program. I'm so proud to say Lynn Public gave him a foundation that he will graduate from North Shore Community College this May. And where I want to go, I want to take the schools where the schools are headed. We see the data, we see the headlines. We don't have it right, but we have it going. We know that the data is proving that this you'll hear wraparound. We know how to move students, and that's by treating the whole student. And I'm so passionate to take 2 more years to take those lessons and bring them to each classroom, not just the level 4s. I want my level 3s to be level 2s and my level 2s to be level 1s. And I want everybody to have that success. But I want to do what we know is working. I want to treat the whole child. I want to bring the community in. I want to bring the parents in. We know what we're doing. We have a path. Please consider me one of your 6 votes, November 5th for school committee. Thank you.
And I think last but not least would be Maria Carrasco.
It's okay. I have the same problem with when I pronounce any English name. So, well, my name is Maria Carrasco, and I'm running for re-election right now as a school committee member. And when I started in 2007, it was so great that I was able to make it because my passion is education. I have 3 children, and they all graduated from public school in Lynn. I have grandchildren, and one of them graduated from English high school, and I'm happy to say that he just graduated from college, 4-year college. I believe, and the reason I ask you please to give me one of your seat box is because I believe that every children, all the students deserve quality of education, and that is why I fight. It doesn't matter where they live, it doesn't matter if they are poor, it doesn't matter if they are rich. We are public school, I demand public education with quality for all our students. And please, I ask you that November 5th, give me one of your 6 votes so I can continue fighting for quality of education for all our children. Thank you.
And that finalizes candidates for school committee. I went to school in Lynn. I went to Callahan Elementary. I went to Easton Junior High and Lynn English. I liked Lynn schools at that time. I remember we used to say the Pledge of Allegiance. You guys might need to bring that back. That would be awesome. Next, we're going to start with the ward councilors. And first one we have is Ward 1, and we have Wayne Losey.
Thank you, Pam. Pam Burton, saving our souls. Good work. Darrell, thank you for inviting me. Thank you all for coming. I'm Wayne Losey. I'm the Ward 1 City Councilor, and I've been the councilor for the last 10 years. Awful lot to say in this 1 minute. I'm a lifelong Lynner. My wife and I raised 4 children in Lynn, attended Lynn Public Schools. I believe that when I took office 10 years ago, the parks in Ward 1 were deplorable, all of them. I've managed to fix up all of the parks in Ward 1 with federal and private grants and funding, and we now have all new tennis courts, basketball courts at Gowdy, Lynn Woods, and Flax Pond Park. We have $50,000 from a $4 million bond that's going to be spent to fix up Magnolia Park. I believe we need to give the youth in our city opportunities that they can go to first-class playgrounds. And you heard about the schools, and I think my colleagues and I are all in agreement. We're happy that the city passed for the Marshall School, and Pickering Middle School will be next. I enjoy this job, and I want to continue, and I ask for respectfully for your vote as Ward 1 Councilor Wayne Losey. Thank you.
So we move on, and we're going to go into Ward 2, and our first speaker will be Jesse Jagger.
I'd like to thank the African American Leadership Council for inviting me here tonight. My name is Jesse Jagger, and I am asking for your vote to be Ward 2 City Councilor. The main things I want you to know about me is, I live just a few blocks away from here on Williams Ave. Both my kids go to Ingalls Elementary School, and I'm deeply involved there. The other thing I want you to know about me is that I'm about bringing people together to work together to create solutions for our communities. I helped with our youth development organizations, the Lynn Community Association, bring a day of service, a community service to Lynn on Martin Luther King Day the last 2 years. It's brought 200 volunteers to serve Lynn. Recognizing that we need to get parents more involved in our schools, I helped start Lynn Parents Organizing for a Better Education that's getting our parents more actively involved in our schools. After a shooting in our neighborhood on Williams Ave, I got out there and I got my community together and we reclaimed our street. We had community cookouts. We started talking to each other. So I'm actively about bringing the community together, and that's why I'm asking for your Ward 2 vote. I want to come in to be a ward councilor that brings the whole ward together to create solutions. And you can find out more information about me at jessejager.com. Thank you very much. And
now we move on to Ward 3, and we have Ron Mendez.
What about Ward 2? Ward 2, Ward 2 still.
Oh, okay, Bill Trahan. Sorry, Mr. Trahan.
Hello, everyone. I'd just like to thank everyone for having us all here tonight, actually. My name's Bill Trahan. I'm the Ward 2 counselor. I've been there for 14 years. Kind of, a lot of people say, you shouldn't tell them how long you've been there. People looking for change, but I wear it as a badge of honor. I think it's the reason I've been there for 14 years is because I do the job, and I return thousands of calls. I work hard for the people of Ward 2, and not only them, but the people throughout the city. I've been very supportive of all the youth groups in the city. I work hard. We're just finishing up now the last playground in my ward. We've done over all the playgrounds. 4 years ago, I got a $675,000 grant. We did over Keeney Park. You see it when you go by behind English, tennis courts, new softball fields, all new lighting. We built a beautiful new volunteer field with all volunteers from the people of the city. That's why it's called that. Nice baseball field for East Lynn Little League. I've been a lifelong Lynner. I went to all schools. I went to Avon School. I went to Easton Junior High, and then on to Lynn English. I run a fourth generation family business in the city, a business that's been in the city for over 100 years. I'm very proud of that. Family works hard at it. So I'm here tonight just looking for your vote. I want to continue what I'm doing. I'm looking for an 8th term. I'm proud of a lot of the things that I've done. I work hard for my constituents, and I just want to continue that. So please consider me number 1 on the ballot, by the way. Thank you.
Let me just break up for a minute and make a couple of notes. So I want to first say Richie Colucci, he called, he is sick, and he's sorry that he can't be here. Councilor at Large candidate Brendan Creighton, he had a previous engagement, and also he's having his own fundraiser tonight. So he regrets that he can't be here. And one thing I want to add is to the people, you guys look around and see the candidates that are here, that are here to win your votes, and the ones that probably care for us the most. So then we'll move on to Ward 3. We'll move on to Ward 3. Now we have Ron Mendez.
I'd like to thank the folks at the African American Leadership Council, as well as the Brotherhood, for hosting this tonight. My name is Ron Mendez, and I'm running to be the next city councilor for Ward 3. If you'd like some information about me, there are some informational cards in the back of the room. Feel free to grab one and take it with you, but it gives you a little bit about my background and some of my ideas that I have as far as being a city councilor is concerned. Ward 3 is actually the ward that we're in tonight. So a lot of you may live here locally or may actually be voters here in Ward 3. And I'd like to ask for your vote this evening. A little bit about why I think I'd be a great city councilor for Ward 3. I have a passion for the potential that Lynn has. There are so many things that we can do in Lynn to make Lynn prosper, make Lynn a better community, move Lynn forward. And in a lot of ways, we are finding ourselves behind the 8 ball because there is a little bit of a lack of leadership in City Hall. And I think we need to make some changes. We need some new blood. It's time to make some changes and bring new ideas into City Hall. A couple of things that I'd like to suggest. I think on economic development, the focus on economic development needs to be bringing jobs to the city of Lynn. That's what's important. We also need to increase public safety. We need to increase our investment in the schools. We need to increase our investment in infrastructure, and those are some of the ideas. I'd like to speak with you a little bit more. If you want to learn more, you can reach me at www.ronmendez.com. Thank you.
Okay, great. Darren's here. Darren, come on up, Darren.
Thank you. I am the Ward 3 councilor,
And I want to welcome everybody to Ward 3 tonight. I want to thank the Brotherhood for sponsoring this, and Daryl, and everybody for coming out. I grew up on Herschel Street, a few streets over from here. Went to Avon School, went to Easton, graduated from Lynn Tech. I was 6 generations in my family. My 2 boys both graduated from Lynn schools, 7th generation. My son, my oldest, is graduating this year, the first of my family, from college. My youngest is in his first year of college. It's simple to say what a ward councilor is and what we're supposed to do, and you can sum it up in 2 words. To serve. That's it. And I think I've proven that over the last 8 years. I'm out there when it's snowing, I'm out there during a storm. Not only do I return your phone call, I'll show up at your door and I'll knock on your door and you'll see face to face. Everybody may not agree with me, they may not like the way I am sometimes, but you'll know exactly where I'm coming from, you know, on every single issue. I think Lynn City Hall does have a lot of leadership with its political leaders, and I happen to be one of them, and Billy and some of my other colleagues. Thank you very much. Vote for me on election day. I'm #1 on the ballot. Thank you.
So now we're going to go on to Ward 4, and we have Ariana Morel Rosario. Come on, Ariana.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank the African American Leadership Council for sponsoring this debate, and Pam Burton. She's a great woman. My name is Ariana Morel Rosario, and I'm running for City Council Ward 4, and I'm actually a new candidate that is running this year. As a mother, wife, homeowner, business owner, and 27-year-long resident of Lynn, I share many of the same hopes, dreams, and faith as you. We are all invested into our communities in one way or another. We all contribute to our city and share in commonalities that help us forge strong bonds. As your new Ward 4 City Councilwoman, I want to make local government more responsive to your issues and needs by putting greater transparency and accountability mechanisms into place to empower you, the people. I also want to implement other important measures that will change the way our local government operates, thereby improving the quality of life for all of our residents in my ward and the city as a whole. Together we can bring good representation to the council for Ward 4, but to do that I need your help. Please go down to North Shore Community College on November 4th and vote Ariana Morel Rosario. For more information about my platform, please go to www.electariana.com. Thank you.
And just to remind you guys, it's November 5th, right? And I want to let you guys know there's plenty of water back there, and then we got a donation from Brothers Deli. We sent some appetizers, not sure what it is, but you know, we can't take that stuff home and we trash, so you guys help yourself to the water and the appetizers. So, Ward 5, we have Jay Keough.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for having us here. My name is Jay Keough. I'm running for Ward 5 City Councilor. I'm 43 years old. I came from Cambodia since 1981. In 1975, we had a civil war in our country, genocide. I lost both of my parents and a lot of my brothers. So I became an orphan at 7, came to the United States in 81. And after I suffered so much, I decided I want to do something, to make a difference in people's life. I don't want to be the victim anymore. So I decided to run for public office. I lived in Lynn for 10 years, for more than 10 years. I raised a family here, bought a home and remodeled it. I went to Salem State University, graduated from business administration, worked as a retail manager at Walgreens and Walmart for more than 10 years. And my platform would be, I'm running because I have a concern of issue, priorities on we got to get our city and ward back, improve our city, our ward, such as business development, public safety, public health, and community involvement, education. These are the factors that affect everyday people's life, and we need to make sure we improve that. And I'm proud to be a member of the Advisory Council, Save Our Soul, and the Human Rights Committee in the Lynn. And thank you. I respectfully ask for your consideration on November 5th. Thank you very much.
And they won't let me endorse them. And I'm not going to endorse anybody. All these candidates that are here are awesome. I know all of them on a social level. But it's limited on how you vote. I think ward council, council at large, each ward has one, ward council, each ward only, you can only choose one council. So, anyways, go on. We have Ward 6, Peter Capano.
Thank you, Pamela, Damon, Darrell. I don't have an opponent, so I just want to talk a little bit freely here. I'm the council of Ward 6. I was born in Lynn. I was the first member of my family born in this country. My parents are from Italy. I'm happy to work with the council, and I know there's a lot of good candidates here that want to do a lot of the nuts and bolts things. We have a DPW problem. I voted against the budget because I think we have a rat problem in the city, and we had a lot of potholes that need to be fixed. I'm glad to have helped to get money from McManus Field by Lynn Tech. It's $500,000 going to be improving that park. But what I really want to talk about is, for most people in my ward, the most important thing that they need is a job. And one of the most things I'm proud of on the council is having a meeting over at Marion Gardens with members that live in Ward 6, my constituents, friends of mine, and what we ended up doing, and I know we're limited with time, is turning that little meeting into a forum over at the Lynn Housing Authority with over 100 people, the school committee, and what came out of that is to open up Lynn Tech at night. So right now, Lynn Tech is open at night. We have a skilled machinist program that I'm really proud of, and we need to get more people in the city into those programs. I think what we need to think about is a little bit less about what we're going to attract to this city and do a little bit more for people that actually live here right now. That's what I'm talking about.
And I noticed we have our two memorial candidates in the House, Mayor Judith Kennedy and Tim Phelan. They just arrived. We want to welcome you guys to the council. So moving along, we're going to go to the councils at large. And our first council at large will be Hong Nek.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Darrell. Thank you, AALC, for hosting this forum tonight. And thank you for being here. So wonderful to see so many of you tonight. My name is Hong Net. I'm your proud city councilor at large. I moved to Lynn 15 years ago. I'm married, have 2 children who are in public schools. And I'm proud to be a parent. And I got elected by you to the city council 2 years ago. I thank you so much for this opportunity, and I enjoyed my job so far. And for these past 2 years, we have done a lot of good things together with my colleagues and the mayor, and we created the first Human Rights Commission for our city with the help from city councilor, from the mayor, and from all of you. And you just see today in the item, so it's a very good article. Also, we have passed a $5 million bond to improve our parks and playground and infrastructure. So we have done a lot, and I respectfully ask for a second term so I can continue to work with you, with my colleagues, with all elected officials to improve our city. So for our children, ourselves, so we can live a good place, and I respectfully ask for your vote on November 5th. Number 1 on the ballot. Thank you so much.
Elsie Barton.
African American Leadership Council. Looks like NAACP to me.
It's not, but it's not. I can say that.
People get into politics for many reasons. Mine was simple. I wanted to help people. I am a lifelong resident of the city, and I spent my career in public service as a member of the fire department. I have also served on various boards and committees. I saw the great example set by my mother, who dedicated her life to helping others, especially those less fortunate. I decided to run for city councilor 2 years ago so I could do my part. I was very proud of the election results and very grateful to all those who worked so hard for me. Many of them are back on board this year, and I sincerely appreciate their help. I have very much enjoyed my 2 years on the council, and I am proud of what has been accomplished. When public safety being one of my main issues, I have been honored to serve as chairman of Public Safety Committee. Wow, you're good, huh?
I don't want to ring the bell.
That's got to be payback, right?
I don't want to ring the bell.
Yeah, but education is one of my priorities. Thank you. I ask for your support. Thank you.
And give a brother a break.
So next we have Katerina Cardenas.
Good evening. Thank you for coming. It's very nice to meet everyone. It's one of the best things about running is that you get to meet many people in the city. My name's Ekaterini Nechitakis Kudanis. It's the longest name on the ballot. And I enjoy getting laughs regarding my name. It actually amuses me. But, my parents are from Greece. I grew up in Lynn, and I have a lot to offer. I graduated Wentworth Institute with a Bachelor's of Architecture, and I work as a design and architecture consultant for a project in the Bahamas. And I just love my city. I want to actually give back to my community. I was always involved in volunteer since a little girl. I taught Sunday school for 20 years. I'm on the Lynn Historical Commission appointed by the mayor. Constantly running around the city trying to preserve places that matter for people. So, you know, if you want to ask yourself what makes me different from the other candidates, really everyone is a great candidate. They're all, there's 8 of us running, and I don't want to take the lead in front of people, and I don't want to take the back seat either. I want to walk side by side with people as our friends and move our city forward together. Thank you.
Okay, and then we have Clay Walsh.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? You guys should really be excited. This is the most candidates and city officials I've seen in a room all season. Let's give a big round of applause for everybody tonight. Also, a quick side note, Saturday morning is Pirates Day up Pennybrook Road and Upland Woods. If anybody's around, let's see you up there. I'll be dressed up as a pirate. Just told to keep it short. My name is Robert Clay Walsh. I'm 36 years old, and I'm running for council at large. I'm running for council at large because I believe the city could always use improvement. I am not an incumbent. Instead, I am a fresh set of eyes, a new vision, and part of the solution. I bring to the table waterfront experience, small business experience, positive communication skills, and new ideas. I am also the only candidate to pledge 5% of my salary to be given back to the city and earmarked to put a youth to work for the summer. I am I am asking for your vote on November 5th. Thank you for listening and your consideration this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh. And then next, we have Dan Cahill.
Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, everyone, for putting this together tonight. I feel like kind of like the undercard for the main event, so I won't be too long. My name is Dan Cahill. I'm running for City Councilor at Large. I was late today. I got to be honest, yeah, I was a little bit late getting here, but there's a good reason why. I was stuck in traffic, but not the traffic that we deal with every day. Traffic from the auditorium. We actually had a problem with getting through the city because folks are coming from outside the city to spend their money in the downtown. And what I saw was folks going in and out of our restaurants downtown, walking downtown. That's a great problem to have. We got to work on that because those are the jobs that our kids are going to be able to go and take. We want good paying jobs, and hopefully when we get an increase in minimum wage, our families will be able to actually stay here when they get a job. Because as you know, we have a big problem with folks who want to stay here but they take off because they have other opportunities in other states or other areas. We need to stop that. We have some great folks in the city and we need to keep them here. One of the proudest votes that I've taken here as a city councilor at large was to make sure that we were going to put on the ballot the Thurgood Marshall. What a great school we're going to have. And those kids who are going to go there deserve that opportunity. I went to Brickett, I went to Thurgood Marshall, well, they called it Eastern then, and I went to Lynn English High School. I have a 2-year-old daughter. I have a son coming in January. I'm invested in this city. My kids are going to go to those schools. But I'm not going to just stop there at Thurgood Marshall. I'm going to make sure that we have a new Pickering, a new Ingalls, a new Brickett, all the way down the line. I expect that all you folks are going to get out to vote. I hope you consider me for one of your 4 votes. Dan Cahill, number 7 on the ballot. You got to look all the way down the bottom. Please find me. I appreciate your time. And good luck to the candidates tonight. Thank you.
Now, is there any other candidates out there that we may have forgotten?
Mr. Colucci.
Yes, come on, Mr. Colucci. You're late, but we're going to let you speak. Rolled out of bed.
I just gave her $200 so she sits to me. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. I want to keep you. Vote for me.
That's the best speech I heard all night. Is there anyone else that didn't get recognized? Oh, who are you? Mr. Ford, right?
Uncle Mark would say, I'm fine, who are you?
Are you John? Oh, Paul Crumb, where did you come from? Oh, Council at Large. Okay.
I hope it got a little bit more exposure.
We still got time for the stragglers. Come on.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Darrell. Thanks to the AALC for putting on this event tonight. Wow, that was pretty funny. So, I've been a pretty active member of the community for about 14 years. I served on the city council for 6 years. And as I was looking out over the room before my opportunity to speak, I noticed friends that I grew up with. Yeah, Mike belt it out.
We can hear you. Just go on,
I'll belt it out. So anyway, when I was looking across the room, I saw people that I've grown up with. Brian Bingham I grew up with. Officer Sims, who used to chase me down the street. I also see people that I work with regularly. We've got Carlton and Pearl Brown, who serve on the Greater Lynn Senior Services Board with me. I see William Jones, who serves on the Elder Servicemen of the North Shore Board with me. And there's a lot of other people in here that I know, a lot of people I don't know. What I can tell you, if you don't know me, is that I'm passionate about the city. I work hard every single day, and I'm always about the city of Lynn. There's no way you can ever get me to stop thinking about what's in the best interest of the people we serve. And my attitude and my job at Greater Lynn Senior Services puts me in a position where I am able to participate at a high degree
working on the city council also affords me that opportunity. I am number 2 on the ballot. I hope that you will consider me for one of your 4 votes on November 5th. I want to be a public servant, and I appreciate your support. I was early, not like Kay. That's okay.
Thank you. But that's the end of our appeal, people, and I want you to look around at the wonderful candidates that are here tonight and
Make your decision on who you're gonna vote for on November 5th.
Thank
Have
you.
a nice.